Why, hello everybody. How are you all doing today? It's now March the 15th. It's about 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we're going to talk about Bitcoin, guys. Wow, we bounced at 7,600. If this was a movie and there was a theme song, it would go something like this. Dun 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 dun. Intense music slowly fades. Dun 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 dun. Intense music slowly increased again. Dun 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 dun. Terminator says, "I'll be back." And at 76.65, it definitely sure bounced. Okay, that was amazing. I should have made a teaser trailer for this, but I actually didn't want to this morning. I thought I would keep the teaser integrated in the actual technical analysis. So the first thing that we always do, guys, we check out BitConnect. Now, for the people that don't know what BitConnect is, first of all, I want to give a big shout out to my friend Mandy. My friend Mandy is in India. She's a very good friend of mine that used to live in my city. Then she moved out to India because her and her boyfriend, they live out there now, and he's a pilot. So maybe I'm gonna go work out there in India. And you know, she's in, where is she in again? Hyderabad, that's right. So I just want to give a big shout out to my friend Mandy. Mandy, it's censored right now. I'll enable the live chat. I don't want to keep you guys censored. So maybe Mandy can say hi to everybody. She's right here talking to me right now on my Facebook. There, you guys are now not censored. You can chat. Somebody say hi to me. Is my live stream even working? I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna keep going until I know that you guys are here in my live stream with me. Okay, guys, we're gonna do our technical analysis on BitConnect first of all. So for the people that don't know what BitConnect is, it was the coin that was the Ponzi scheme, and very famous people like Carlos Matos. They say hi to Mandy, everybody. Everybody say hi to Mandy. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Mandy. Everybody say hi to you in the chat, Mandy. They all love you. You guys want to see how Mandy looks like? I'll show you guys how she looks like. Okay. I'll just show you a very general, her last photo. Is that okay to show your photo, Mandy? I'm going to show your photo because you're beautiful. And everybody should see some of my awesome friends that I have. Mandy just got her hair done. I think it's so beautiful. I love these curls on the bottom right here, guys. Do you guys see this cup and handle forming right here? That's a beautiful cup and handle, right? This is a cup and handle right there. This is called a head and shoulders pattern right there. That's a head and shoulders pattern. Woo, look at those head and shoulders. They're really beautiful. Okay, so let's get back to this. A lot of people think that I have the attention span of a child, okay? Everybody thinks that I have the attention span of a child, but I really don't. People think that I'm hot and I'm cold and I'm in and I'm out. Oh, that was actually a really good movie, right? Inside Out. Yeah, that was a really good movie. That was a really good song by Katy Perry as well. What were we talking about again? I completely forgot about what we were talking about. Oh yeah, we were talking about cats. We were talking about cats and why the heck they actually go out in the ocean and hunt for tuna. Have you guys ever heard about my cats and tuna rant? I'm going to give you guys a really quick cat and tuna rant. Why the heck do they always have these pictures of cats catching these tiny little tuna? Do you guys ever wonder why cats go out in the ocean and catch tuna? Have you guys ever seen how big a tuna is? Like, a tuna is freaking gigantic. They really need to dispel this myth that cats swim out into the freaking ocean to catch these massive sized tuna. This is a tuna. This is how big they are. Cats do not swim out to the ocean to catch tuna in the wild. Just to be very clear, okay? What were we talking about again? I completely forgot. Oh yeah, the attention span of a child. Just to prove to you guys right now that I do have the attention span of a child. So BitConnect, the Ponzi scheme, we're going to do a quick analysis on it, all right? If you guys take a look on the charts here, BitConnect reached an all-time high of around $400, but now it's at about $1.97. We take a look at the historical data. We take a look at the historical data of BitConnect right here. Don't worry, guys. I've prepared very well for this technical analysis. I've prepared H style, okay, guys? This technical analysis has been brought to you by Preparation H. So now we're going to take a look at BitConnect. We see that the 24-hour volume was actually increasing, right? From the March 8th to March 11th, people were like, whoa, maybe if I start buying BitConnect right now because of Sir Mr. Fibonacci Filicon's technical analysis, we're actually going to, you know, get our money back. So the market spiked a whopping $7,000 in one day there. 24-hour volume, unbelievable. Some guys like, no, not today, Carlos Matos. I still believe in it. it, despite it being a Ponzi scheme. So it jumped up $7,000, and then we reached a peak of $21,000. And today, it's really sad, guys. $4,000 down in the market for the 24-hour volume in general. That's kind of sad on average. Market cap has dropped by about $2 million there. We're now almost down double digits at $1.93. That's really sad. We reached a high of $2.37 there, but now we're actually down. So I've always said that if you guys want to have your money back, if you're still holding a long position on BitConnect, you'll probably get your money back when Bitcoin actually reaches $100,000, which will probably be in 2016, or sorry, 2016, that's next year. Weird. I thought it was like 2011, so I did 2011 plus 5, which is 2016. But just to be very clear, the year is actually, hold on, I gotta check the year really quickly. What year is it? What year is it? It's 2018. So in 2023 is what I meant to say, okay? 2023, you guys will probably get your money back, all right? Just to be very clear. So just hang tight. When Bitcoin gets to $100,000, we're most likely going to see us reach, you know, $400 again for BitConnect. Okay, now let's actually get into our Bitcoin technical analysis that you guys are all here using me for. So Bitcoin is actually doing really well. If you guys have been following my technical analysis, you guys are probably on your way to becoming a millionaire already, I'm guessing, okay? We have to make note of the 24-hour volume, guys. It was slowly declining, I was mentioning, right? And I was getting really worried over the past few days about BitConnect, okay? I was super worried about BitConnect, or not BitConnect, Bitcoin, because of the diminishing volume. But yesterday we finished off at a whopping $6.4 billion. Amazing that the money has actually, you know, the market cap is increasing as well. We see, well, it's still at $330 billion, but I can see a steady rise over the next few weeks back up to $373 billion. And now today, guys, we are already at a staggering $7.5 billion. So congratulations, everybody. Thank you very much, Mandy, my awesome friend, for tuning in to my show. We've now got 2,000 people, Mandy, that's tuning in, and I think they're all here for you, Mandy. Let's all say hi to Mandy. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Mandy. I'm not going to show you guys her Facebook because you guys are just going to stalk her. She's entirely taken. She's already got a boyfriend. There will be no people trying to hit on her in India. So let's talk about some cats first of all, okay? I don't know if you guys are following some cat posts, but you know, I really do love to follow these cats posts. That's a really cute kitty. Oh, I love cats so much, guys. They taste so good. Oh, you guys ever think something inside of your head, but it actually comes out in words by accident? I didn't mean to say that last part where they taste so good. I meant to say they taste really cute, but inside of my head, right? Dead cat bounce. You never know if this is a dead cat bounce, somebody said. The reason why I'm bringing up cats right now is because we have to be wondering, is this a dead cat bounce, guys? Is this cat right here just going to be another meal for an Asian person like me? Are we just going to be eating dead cats if we get a dead cat bounce in the market? We never ever know. So this is our job to figure out if we're going to actually get past these resistance points and support points. I've shorted Litecoin. I'm now up $375 on Litecoin. I'm up a lot on Bitcoin, a few $1,000s there. Okay, let's go over this, guys. So we're gonna cover this from the beginning, just so you guys know, and it's gonna be one of those very technical levels, right? It's going to be a very technical analysis. There were two cats, or two cats. I wish there were two cats. I'm getting kind of hungry. So there were two possible scenarios where we call this an A, B, or sorry, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, right? And then we say to ourselves, could this possibly be an ABC coming down, right? Is that a possible ABC coming down? Now that was the very bullish count. Or sorry, that was the bearish count. And then we also had the bullish count that is entirely off the table now. And I'll explain to you guys why this bullish count is off the table. So we were hypothesizing if wave 4 could actually retrace the typical, you know, about 10% of the time, not even, to less than a 382 territory. And I said to myself, okay, well, if that were actually true, then this is obviously one of the most bullish markets that we have seen in years in Bitcoin, where this could possibly be the ABC, just like that. But because we actually broke this lower barrier of Bitcoin around the 8,400 region, we're now absolutely discounting it off the table and saying, no, that's not a possible count. Thank you, Zane. I really appreciate the tip of $5 there. Can you do a quick instruction on how to correctly do the trend-based fib extension? Yeah, I can do it. It starts at $50 for a tip though, Zane, so I appreciate the $5, but you're not going to get anything out of that. I'm just kidding. What kind of dick am I, right? I'm such a dick. Yeah, let's do how to do these trend-based fib extensions. Absolutely. So I'm going to go over it in very high detail for you, my friend, okay? When we get there, and I'll remember to do that for you. So, I'm just joking, Zane, about that. I'm gonna get to it right there for you, okay? Just hang on tight. So we had this possible bullish count, right? Where we ended up calling this ABC, but because we broke the lower barrier right here of $8,400, that's actually not gonna work anymore. And now we have to adopt another count. And this count, guys, is called the truncated fifth wave, okay? A truncated fifth wave is a wave that falls slightly short and not really making a double top. Notice this high was 11,788. This high is 11,700. Because it falls slightly short right here, we call this a truncated C or a truncated fifth wave, okay? I know I right click a lot. I'm really sorry guys for right clicking a lot. I really can't help it. Because if you think about it, you right click with your middle finger, right? On your mouse, you right click with your middle finger. And it's just my way of giving the middle finger to a lot of people. I'm just kidding guys. I'm not giving any of you the middle finger. So now, let's get into this for Zane, okay? We're going to talk about Fibonacci extensions. We're going to talk with our Fibonacci tool right here. And it goes something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, okay? So the way that we take our Fibonacci extension is you take it from right here, from the beginning, where it started, to where the wave ended. That's the second point, and then the extension for the third point is right where the top was right there. So just think of this as 1, just think of this as 2, and think of this as this third point. So that's how we take our fib extension, and most of the time we actually target a very reasonable level of 1-to-1 right here. So we target a 1-to-1 extension, and then hopefully we get there, right? And then the third target that I usually like to target, or the second one, is a 1-6-1-8 extension right here. So this is our first target for fib extension. This is the second target. Now sometimes it does not do this. In fact, sometimes it does something extreme instead, where it actually gets to a 1-6-1-8 extension, okay? So remember what I just mentioned. Because it gets to 1-6-1-8 extension, a very likely possible third target, or second target rather, is in between the 1-6-1-8 and the 2-6-1-8 extension level. So this could be a very viable target as well. And let's go over some more extensions. We're going to talk about our possible ABC count, like here, like Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5 would say, ABC 1, 2, 3, so easy baby. So now we're going to take a look at our Fibonacci extension tool with waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just like this, okay? And the way that we would take our fib extension tool, we're just going to take out our fib tool, take it from the top as 0.1, take it to the bottom as 0.2, take it for the next peak of 0.3. And what do we see? We see a perfect 1-to-1 extension, a 1-to-1 right there, and then we also see a perfect 1-to-1 extension for this particular wave right there. So hopefully that clarifies it for you right there. I'm just asking Mandy if she's enjoying it. I thought I'd invite her to the show because she's never seen one before, and right now her boyfriend is away for work. So I think she's there very lonely right now in India. So I thought I'd entertain her and keep it a little bit TA oriented, a little bit of fun. So yeah, so now we got our ABC in here, right? We got our ABC just like this going upwards. Now for the people who are curious about how ABC works, it goes like this. Do you guys know why ABC is my favorite 3 letters in the alphabet? This is what I tell girls, guys, when I'm picking them up. I'm like, hey, baby, other than my favorite joke, hey, baby, if you were a Bitcoin, I'd fork you. I'd hard fork you. Oh, yeah. Hey, baby, you're like a Bitcoin because we just love to pump and dump you. And then my third joke that I love to tell people is, hey, baby, you know why I love ABC corrections? Because D is the next letter in the alphabet, and that's what's coming, baby. Hey, baby. So remember those 3 jokes, guys. They're probably the 3 best pickup lines ever, okay? Manuk, thank you very much for the 10-11 euro tip there, for keeping your hands off my cat, and for also bringing up some great content. Cheers. Thank you very much. I will keep my hands off of your cat, but my stomach cannot guarantee anything, okay? If my stomach has got a hankering for cats, you cannot stop me. Have you guys ever seen an Asian person when it comes to fresh rice? We love fresh rice, and the best thing to go with that is cats. Awkward silence, awkward silence, awkward silence. This is almost as awkward as that silence when I made that random joke last time where I was like, my penis is small. And then there was a really awkward silence for like 10 seconds. And then I'm like, how do I recover from this joke? So we're going to talk about ABC corrections right here, okay? This is called a 535 correction that we're hoping for right now. This is called a 535 zigzag, 535 zigzag ABC correction. So because we're looking for a 535 zigzag, the way that we would look for it is we would look for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. And what we got was a perfect fib extension right here. Perfect fib extension. Actually, I'll go lower for this guy, right? We got a perfect fib extension of about 1 to 1 that we hit. This made our 5 waves coming down here, and we just hit our 1618 extension like that, right? So after we get our 5 waves coming down, we actually get ABC. I'll show you guys how to target ABC going up. So this wave usually has ABC, and the way that I like to target is I target about the 786 level, right? Because I'm very pessimistic. I'm not a really positive trader. I'm always looking for a bear market because that's what I specialize in. So I like to target around the 786 up to a 1-to-1 extension. Now what we're looking for is a 5 wave coming down. If you guys have been following my technical analysis for the past few days, you guys have seen how on point it is, right? Other than the fact that we did not bounce at 8,200. So my apologies for not bouncing. Let me just pull up, actually no, it's okay, I'm not gonna pull it up here. So if you guys see this right here, we're getting our waves coming down, right? We're getting our possible 3 waves coming down, and let's go to a lower time frame so we can see it right here. So if you guys see this extension right here, let's see what we actually got. It's probably between 786 and the 100 extension. So like I mentioned, I always target the 786 extension, but there's a very good chance as well that we're going to hit the 1-to-1. So after we got a series, I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see. After we got this little bounce right there, okay guys, this is a clearly higher high than the previous place, right? Than the previous swing low. That is a higher high. So what a lot of people did was they bought it on the breakout. Do you guys remember me mentioning buy it on the breakout above 8850 and then target at least a 9500 target, right? That is what made our 1-to-1 extension, and that's how you guys were able to make a sick amount of money, right? I think I played a pretty big position targeting 9500. You would have set your stop loss slightly lower than here. So that's how I was able to derive these specific targets, and I'm doing it time and time and time again. And I hope you guys are understanding how these markets are being derived with targets. It's no joke how easy it is sometimes, guys. Now, don't get me wrong. It's very difficult to make money in the market. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Mandy. Just wanted to say hi again. I love Mandy and I used to have some of the most fun days together. Like we used to, woo, right, Mandy? Do you remember those days? I remember back in the days. We're not going to talk about those days that we used to hang out together because they're illegal, first of all. I'm just kidding. They're not illegal. We were hanging around. She's over 18, just so you guys know, okay? She's more so my age. So we're not talking about illegal and anything like that. But we used to drink a lot together, just put it that way, and just have a lot of fun and with a bunch of other friends. And there were some weird times, guys. There were some really weird times that we had together, like days we don't even remember. But you know, that's back in the day. That's why I'm kind of hesitant to go visit her in India, because I know that we're just gonna get like wrecked together, and it's gonna be like, okay, 2015 all over again, and you don't want to relive those days, Mandy. You don't want to relive those days. Thank you, Mr. Zhang. I really appreciate the $5 tip there. Thank you very much. Much, much appreciated. So now we're going to talk about here, guys. Now, people have been asking me, Sir Philicon, how the heck were you able to nail this prediction of $7,600 on the nose? Well, let me tell you guys how I actually did that. It was very easy. You take your Fibonacci from the top to the bottom, and you just do this. Something like that. I'm just going to draw a little bit more accurate. There you go. Wow, what do you guys know? This is a possible target extension hit right here. Let me just show you guys the Fibonacci here. We're just going to take our Fibonacci tool just like this, okay? So we take our Fibonacci tool and we say to ourselves, okay, well, could this actually bounce right here? Is this a possible target for a bounce at the 786 Fibonacci level? And surely enough, we did bounce from it a little bit, but not that much. So this is one of my ranges for a bounce, right? And then my lower barrier range was 7,600. So I was able to derive that by taking this right here. We call this our wave 1 right here, okay guys? We call this our wave 2 basically, right around here, okay? And then this was our wave 3. And now we're expecting some sort of bounce here. And then my next target is unfortunately going to be about $7,200. Thank you, Shraka Healing. I really appreciate that. I think you spelled chakra wrong though. You have an R in there. You have an R in there, Shraka. Maybe you misspelled it on purpose, right? Like how people misspell crypto on purpose and then 3 months later they realize, damn it, I misspelled it. I gotta make a whole new account there. So I hope you didn't misspell it on purpose there, Shraka. So yeah, so we always have 5 waves coming down for that 5-wave zigzag for ABC, right guys? So if FB announces partnership with LTC today, then all your TA will come true. I hope so. That would be amazing. So now we're almost there, guys. We're almost there, getting our 5 waves coming down, right? These are making some beautiful target extensions right now. We have 5 waves easily down here already, okay? If you guys take a look, we got 5 beautiful waves within this particular subwave. Let me just break it down for you guys a little bit further, okay? Let's see what kind of extensions that we're getting from about right here. Okay, actually it more so started right here, I'd say. It's more so gonna start right there. Thank you very much, Shraka. I really appreciate that again. That's gonna go straight towards my dog. You guys know how my dog feels about tequila and liquor. All the donations that you guys give me and all my funding goes to, don't worry guys, my dog, I locked her in a different room today. You guys know how Luna always interrupts me and she thinks it's the Philicon and Luna show? I locked her in a room today, okay? I locked her in a room. Am I dating Valcoins? I don't know if I'm dating Valcoins, okay? I don't know. Maybe it's just like a joke that's been going on, but I'm not dating anybody, Jake. I'm entirely free right now. Why, you wanna date me, baby? You wanna take me out, baby? It doesn't take much it doesn't cost much to take me out. You just gotta give me at least 5 Bitcoins, okay? 5 Bitcoins is what it costs, and you gotta feed me a lot of rice, and you gotta have some really good meat involved, where we go to like a Korean barbecue with cats and dogs. And it's, yeah, so I don't know if Val and I are an out item. I think I'm too busy to be dating, to be honest, right? And I've just got too many girlfriends around the world, you know? I've got Mel in Thailand, I've got Mandy in India, you know? I'm just joking, guys. I'm not dating anybody. Thank you again, Zhang. I'm gonna give that to Luna. She's gonna get really drunk today. You guys keep donating like a lot of liquor, some people money for liquor, and it just goes towards Luna. And some of you guys have also donated to me getting a new dog, right? You guys have been wanting me to get a new dog because she's been really rude. She's been wanting me to, you know, wanting to steal my show very often. So let's get back to this, guys. You guys are getting me a little bit too sidetracked, like always. But this show, I'm not going to talk about this word, okay? I'm not going to talk about John McAfee's, you know, thing, right? And do you guys remember where I said, if I said this, I can't say it on Twitter though. I can't say it. If we don't bounce above 8,200, or sorry, if we don't bounce at 8,200, I'll eat. Like, this is what I said. Do you guys remember? I said that if we don't bounce at 8,200, I'll eat John's on live national television. So now I'm actually just waiting for John to get back to me right now, because we clearly didn't bounce above 8,200, right? So I'm really hoping that he gets back to me, right? Because well, apparently we didn't bounce, so I guess John's got no choice now. He's gonna man up. I'm gonna man up as well. So hopefully we make this show happen and we get like a lot of viewers. You know, it would be kind of cool if we can actually make this happen together as a team. So make sure you guys are contacting John McAfee and letting him know that we didn't bounce at 8,200, and Sir Philicon is a man of his word. And as a man of my word, I will eat John's dick on live crap. I wasn't supposed to say the D word during my stream because I'm now gonna get no monetized ads. Crap, I did it again. I keep trying to make money on YouTube, and I keep trying not to swear or talk about things very inappropriate, but every single time I just cannot help but talk about dicks, man, or eating cats, you know? So here we go again. No more monetization for my ads. Just gonna delete it and be very upset now. So we're gonna talk about Fibonacci extension from where it began, okay? And if you guys actually notice here again, check this out. Check this out. Check this out, guys. Check it out. Check it out. So right here, roughly, right? This one I can maybe extend it a little bit, I guess. I'm just trying to extend it properly here. Yeah, this is actually a good extension, like right around here where it began, right? If you guys take a note of this particular region, check it out, okay? If you guys see here, we hit a 1-to-1 extension for wave 3, and we hit about a 1-6-1-8 extension as well. Not bad, right? It's actually pretty awesome if you guys think about it. Okay, that's pretty cool, right? Check it out. If you guys are talking about fib extensions again, here's where the second wave, our first wave ended. Here's where the second wave started, roughly, right? We take our fib extension for waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we easily hit our 1-to-1 extension. We short it right here, okay? We short it right there, short the market. That's why we see a massive dump in volume right here that coincides with the support region that's being broken, and people entered a short. Where did they target? Well, they would have entered a short position right here, and they would have targeted at least a 1-to-1 extension with the stop loss slightly higher than it to right here for a 6% gain. Now for the more aggressive approach, you would target a 1-6-1-8 extension for a 10% gain. If you played $10,000, congratulations, you just made $1,000. If you played $100,000, congratulations, you just made $100,000. So if you guys are noticing that I'm being very consistent with the way I'm talking about these extensions, right? There's no difference as well here, which I'm going to go over one more time because it's important that you guys remember these lessons. It's so important, guys, that you remember these lessons. So please remember these lessons of how waves are shorted, right? You just simply short the market, guys, on the breakout of a wave down, okay? This is why I specialize in bear markets, because a lot of people don't realize what I'm saying, and I'm just trying to teach you guys a lot of the tricks of the insiders. Now we simply target right here, right? Short the breakout. You can go for a very conservative approach, stop loss slightly higher than it, go for 1-to-1. Congratulations, you just made a 10% profit. Now go for target 2. Congratulations, you just made a 17% profit. There's no difference whatsoever, guys. Whether you're playing an uptrend or a downtrend, the same theory applies, okay? So now that we have broken this down to a very micro level, now we're going to talk about what is going on here on a detailed level on the 30-minute chart. Actually, let's go to a 15-minute chart. Okay, so what we see here thus far is pretty much, this could be mistaken, right? This could be waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's still a possible and very viable target if we go by our Fibonacci. Okay, actually, I need to explain this to you guys first of all within a wave. So this is where we are right now in the structure. Thank you very much, Vivek. I appreciate that, man. This is where we are in the structure, guys. You need to understand where we are in the structure according to Elliott Wave. We are on this structure right here that I am highlighting with green, okay? Right here. This is where I've highlighted. That is where we are. These waves end up usually making something like that. This is called the rules of indifference, or sorry, this is the rule of indifference of expression according to Elliott Wave, okay? So with these rules of indifference, what it refers to is if that one right there does ABC, this one is very likely to do some sort of pattern like that, where it's maybe doing an A, B, C, D, and E, something like this, or it can also most likely do just a simple ABC again. But what we assume first is that it's going to do some sort of ABC. So let's take a look at it. But I need to go even in more detail, okay? So this is wave 4. Now let's break it down even further, but break it down and let you guys know exactly how the fourth wave structures are. So if this was the fourth wave, okay, we're just going to assume that our third wave has come down, so I can make it much bigger for you guys to see. And now this is 4 right here. The fourth wave goes something like this. It goes A, B, C, we'll just call it that. And we have to remember that these are 3 wave structures, okay? These are 3 wave structures coming down just like this. But within each wave, we are also going to get 5 waves going upwards on a micro detailed level, okay? 5 waves going up like that. So now we call this a 535 again, right? This is called a 535 zigzag going upwards against the trend. That is why we are finding corrective waves sometimes within bounces. Think of wave 3 as something that goes down very hard, very fast, and then it needs to do a correction to the upside, right? So that's how we got to be able to see this. OCD moment, deleting it. Okay, so if we actually look on a very micro level, what we can easily see, I'm just going to draw this very brief for you guys so we can all see it. This is basically our waves 1, this is our 2, right? This is our 3, this is our 4, and this is our 5 coming down, which has now made our third wave coming downwards, right? Does that make sense to you guys? This is our third wave coming down like that, okay? Wave 3 right here. So let's say that we now break it down a little bit further. Well, we're hoping that this is not a double top, because if this was a double top, then what we're going to basically get is a slight ABC correction coming down to most likely the wave 4 territory. I want to explain something to you guys as well, where support regions are found according to Elliott wave, okay? What we usually say is that the wave 1 territory will act as a very hard support, okay? Because it was a resistance, now what we find is that it's going to be a level of support, guys, just like that. So if wave 4 comes down, this is going to be a support. Now we've actually got a double region of support right here, right? Because of these 2 zones. Therefore, a very likely case is right here, for example. If that holds, fantastic. So there's a lot of market bullish sentiment to support this zone. If that doesn't hold, then the next logical place would be around the wave 1 territory, because that's where we previously found support, right? So make sure you guys are understanding these lessons. So if that doesn't hold, then we get to there. So I'm going to delete that OCD moment. OCD moment. This is so weird, guys. Like, usually I wake up at 4 in the morning because I'm like on Romanian time because of Val, right? And I don't even see the sun, or sorry, I wake up like at midnight because it's morning there in Romania. But lately I've actually been seeing the sun. It's really weird to see the sun. It's like, what the heck? Is this light outside right now? Why the fuck is, oh shit, I swear again, oh fuck. I did not mean to swear again. I'm really sorry, guys. I really have to stop swearing in these videos. Remember, guys, we have to try to keep these videos of mine very professional, so we're not allowed to swear, okay? So I'd really appreciate it if you guys actually didn't swear as well, right? Because if I'm gonna try to be professional, then you guys have to be professional as well, all right? Just to let you guys know. So this is a very strong candidate if this were a support right here, right? Very strong candidate. Hopefully it will support in this region. It's most likely the 382 Fibonacci level. If it is a 382 Fibonacci level and wave 4, strong chance. But if I'm wrong, then we could clearly just get one more wave up. But regardless if I'm right or wrong, it doesn't matter. Because if this were ABC, just to give you guys an example, what we're going to get is a possible wave up. Now we're going to take a look at the rules of indifference according a difference of expression according to Elliott wave, okay? What we're going to say is this right here, guys. What we're going to say is that if wave 2 corrects heavily, then wave 4 will not correct heavily. This is the rules of indifference of expression, okay? They're very important rules to remember. So we say to ourselves, okay, if wave 2 actually retraces heavily to say the 786 region or the 786 region, or sorry, 618, then what we simply say is that the wave 4 cannot retrace a lot. See, that's how it is. But if this wave retraces only to say 382, then there's a strong chance that this one will retrace much more. So these rules are incredibly important to understand. So now we're going to backtrack and we're going to see what kind of retracement this first wave actually did. And what we see is that, okay, it actually retraced a decent amount. Darn it, I was hoping for it to retrace a lot more. If it retraced to these zones up there, what we would say is, okay, probably it would retrace much less, but because it's more of a neutral zone of the 786 right here, unfortunately, we cannot use this rule right now. So what we're going to assume is that it could possibly bounce to a reasonable level, okay? We'll start it on the lower point right here, just the average of here and here. So let's say I take my fib level right here. Well, we're going to target something, you know, something decent between, say, 8,400 and 8463 and 8648, around there, I'd say. That makes a very reasonable case, right? So whether that this is a fifth wave that's still going up, or we still have one more, or that's a truncated fifth already, or double top, there's still going to be one more wave going up. And what does this make, guys? This makes your ABC, right? This makes your I'm going to make it blue. Cause I'm blue, babu dee, babu die. If I was blue, I would die, babu dee, babu die. So does this make sense now, guys, where we're getting our 5-wave structure, right? So this is how your ABC wave is. And this whole structure right here makes the 4th wave, right? So this actually makes the 4th wave. Cool, 3,000 viewers now. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Keep in mind that my show, for the people tuning in, is a very professional show. Okay, guys? And we don't say stuff like shit, cum, tits, balls, fuck me in the face in this show. Just remember that. This is a very professional show, and we do not say things like that whatsoever, okay? You know what? Why not? Why not just say words like that, all right? Because it's not like I'm getting monetized for my ads anyways anymore. Half of my videos, actually all of my videos that I do, okay, they are not eligible for monetized ads, the ones that I stream live, because I'm completely unprofessional, okay? No, I'm not going to show you guys how to FOMO. I'm in too big of a position and I can't really screw it up right now. Last time I FOMO'd, remember last time I just made that joke? I was like, I was FOMOing and I bought like $20,000 of Bitcoin or something. That was a bad time. So now we're basically looking at this structure, right? And we're analyzing it in a high detail, and we're wondering to ourselves, is this a double top that made the C wave already, right? Is this a double top, or is there going to be one more going upwards, right? We really don't know yet, but regardless, we're going to take our Fibonacci. Don't you guys love Fibonacci? Fibonacci is awesome, right? And we're going to derive some targets as well, okay? So we're going to derive some targets by using a correlation method. If you guys notice on the 1 hour, isn't the 1 hour like a really, actually let's go to like a 2 hour. Notice the 1 hour candle right here. It's a really good time frame for us to be evaluating the 5 waves, right? To evaluate the 5 waves like this. It's just a generally all around good time frame. So now we would basically evaluate on the 2 hour as well, whether, you know, the ABC on the 2 hour. If we notice on the 2 hour, we can easily see like a wave there, and we can also see an ABC on the 2 hour right here. So we ask ourselves, is this going to be a really good time frame to be evaluating it? Absolutely. Mandy says no partying over here. We cannot drink together over here. It's completely illegal. I don't even know what she's talking about, okay? Illegal. I'm talking about legal things like just having some liquor. I have no idea what she's talking about, just to be clear, okay? Mandy, I miss you. I'm definitely gonna go visit you sometime soon. We're just talking about drinking, just so you guys know. I am not gonna do Molly again live during any of my shows. Whenever I do Molly in my live streams, for the people that don't know, that's like a party drug like ecstasy. You take it when you're raving and stuff. So I'm never going to do that streaming again, because if you guys don't follow, the last time I did that live, I actually got hacked because I put up my 2FA keys and passwords. I was printing them off and I forgot to close them, and then I live streamed and they were all over 4chan, and like 100 people accessed my account. They tanked my account by like $1,000 or $2,000. I lost my Steemit account as well, so I lost like $4,000 altogether. But whatever, I made it up in less than a day. So Now we're going to target one of these territories right now. If you guys notice, we're struggling to break this right here, right? And remember I was saying that the wave 4 acts as a really strong resistance or support, and then the next territory as well is most likely the wave 1 territory. So I'm really thinking that we're going to get to roughly 8,500 at most before we continue this downtrend of ours. So that's where it stands. Target stands at 8,500, and if I were to do a longer term projection right now, this is basically where it's going to be. I will be able to use a double correlation method once I actually figure out how high this wave goes, right? This target of 7,600 was very easy to nail, if you guys noticed. Super easy. So now my next target is most likely going to be around the 7,200 range. And I'll show you guys how to get that as well. Just give me a sec. So let's say that we ended up drawing our trend line right here. Do you guys notice how strong this is, right? Remember a lot of people drawing their head and shoulders? They were drawing their head and shoulders like this. They're like, okay, well, this is a head and shoulders. Here, let me show you guys what I feel about head and shoulders. Okay. I hate head and shoulders so much, okay? Hold on, I'm just adding it to my clipboard here. This is how I feel about head and shoulders. It's kind of a cheap shampoo, like not really the best one. I'd probably recommend going for the apple one. The menthol fresh one is okay, but you know, it's okay for removing dandruff, right? But it's also really dry at the same time, and it gives me a lot of itchy skin. So I don't really recommend head and shoulders too much, okay? It doesn't really do it that well. Sometimes there's a lot of better ways to do analysis than head and shoulders, and there's just like how there's a lot of better shampoos than head and shoulders as well. And if you guys want to know how I feel about inverted head and shoulders, let me show you guys how I feel about inverted head and shoulders, okay? Inverted head and shoulders, you simply take your head and shoulders bottle right here in paint, you paste it, go to rotate it 90 degrees, and then you rotate it 90 degrees again. And that's how you get your inverted head and shoulders pattern, okay? That's basically how you get it. And another really good way to look at head and shoulders is like this, okay? A really good way to look at head and shoulders is let me show you guys, is you take a picture of Bill Gates like this, okay? You take a picture of Bill Gates like that, right? And that's how you get a really nice head and shoulders in here as well. You just take preferably red, grab a red pen or something like that, okay? And here's your shoulder, okay? Here's your left shoulder, there's your head right there, and then here's your right shoulder. And if you ever want to see an inverted head and shoulder of Bill Gates, you highlight it right here, you rotate it by 90 degrees, and then you rotate it again by 90 degrees. And that's how you get inverted head and shoulders for Bill Gates and the shampoo. So that's kind of how I feel about head and shoulders, okay? I'm not really a big fan of them whatsoever. And a lot of people mistaken head and shoulders, right? So this is the head and shoulders that people always think that it is. This is the right shoulder, right? You know, this is the now the head, okay? It's like, okay, and that's the left shoulder. Well, have you guys ever seen a person? Okay, let me ask you guys this rhetorical question, okay? Have you ever seen a person in real life? This high is 11,788, okay? I'm just gonna write it out for you, right? 11,788, and this high over here is actually only 11,700. Now this will make entire sense, okay? This will make entire sense, okay? Well, this one is clearly higher left shoulder than the head. Have you guys ever seen a person in real life whose fucking shoulder is higher than their head? Have you ever seen a person in real life who has a left shoulder higher than their head? Honestly, I've never seen a person with left shoulder higher than the head. Never. I've never seen a person with their left shoulder or their right shoulder higher than their head. That would be physically impossible. So how could you possibly say that this is a head and shoulder if his left shoulder is higher than the right shoulder or than the head? Does that make sense to you guys? Okay, if you want to call it a head and shoulder, at least make sure that the head is higher, because then that would be more physically possible, okay? This is impossible to have a higher left shoulder than the head. I just wanted to be really clear about that, okay? Once again, just for the people that don't understand, thank you very much for the donation, guys. I really appreciate that, and I hope you guys are having fun watching this video. But just to make sure, thank you very much, Alex. I appreciate that. No, even Quasimodo, okay? Even Stephen Hawking, too late? Even Stephen Hawking doesn't have a shoulder higher than his head. I love Stephen Hawking. I'm a scientist myself, right, that has a background in mathematics and engineering, and I respect him highly. But someone mentioned in my chat, Stephen Hawking. Rest in peace, Stephen Hawking. You will always be remembered. It seems like a star in the cosmos just went out. It's actually making me really sad to think about it. Okay, but no, whether you're Quasimodo or Stephen Hawking, no disrespect to him, they still have a head that's higher than their shoulder. So if you guys ever want to call it head and shoulder, make sure that you understand the mechanics of it, okay? So, so yeah, I do expect, guys, for us to get to roughly 7,200. Like, I honestly, legitimately believe that we're going to get to the 7,200 range. Let's see how much the 1786 region ends up holding over here, okay? Yeah, I do believe, guys, that we're going to get to 786 range, and let me show you why. Simple. Because, first of all, this is a swing low position. No, that's not it right there. I'm completely wrong. That's just making stuff up now. Here's the target, right around there. Okay? Here we go. This is why we're most likely going to get to this region, guys. Right? I usually like to target around the Fibonacci number right here. Okay? If you guys notice, this is where the next extension target is based on Fibonacci. 786, okay? Right here. Hopefully we don't get to 7,200. Hopefully I'm just full of crap, you know? And we don't get there. If I take my fib extension from this one, if this one hit 786 level, right? Or sorry, 1618 level, is this one gonna hit somewhere in between the 1618 and the 261.8 region? Maybe. Maybe. Let's use a triple correlation method now, where we assume that this one here could get to a possible bounce, right? There's now a lot of different Fibonacci's, guys. Tons of fibs. So let's make sure that we correlate this all together properly. Oh, there's too many fibs. I lost track. I lost track of all my fibs. You guys, you know what they say. Once you get lost in the sauce, you get lost in the fib. Never get lost in the Fibonacci. Sometimes there's too much Fibonacci's and you just don't know what's going on. And you know what they say, that Fibonacci, it's like a box of chocolates. You just never know what you're going to get. So let's say that Fibonacci ends up getting to around the 8,000, you know, 8,500 ranges right here. Right, we'll use a double correlation method right here. Use a double correlation method. Well, they could easily hit somewhere around these ranges, and then now we'll use another correlation method just going up there, and we say, okay, it's going to hit roughly the 786 region, and I keep getting 7,200 as my target. That's it. I get 7,200 as my target, and that's where I'm going to keep it too, guys, because I'm pretty confident with my predictions. Let's hope that I'm entirely wrong. So I believe we're going to trend up to about $8,500, around that range, and then we're going to get to a lower barrier of around, we'll say 7,250 range. So this is now going to be my trading zone for the next few days. Now let's talk about some Elliott, some what do you call it? Some candles, okay? What we get on the daily chart, and the reason why it's looking like we're going to get a lot of support, guys, is because of this. If you guys are expecting a bigger downtrend, good luck with that right now. Good luck beating this dragonfly doji / hammer style candle. No way are you guys going to beat this candle if we actually maintain it. We're going to probably surpass yesterday's volume as well. Okay, 12-hour candle. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got a dragonfly doji / hammer right here. You guys know Thor? You guys know Thor? You know Thor, the guy with the hammer? That's what it is. It's Thor. Thor's decided to come out. Hela. He killed his sister Hela. This candle right here was Hela. If you guys saw Thor Ragnarok, that was Hela right here, and this is Thor. This is Thor. He decides to come and kill his sister, okay? So there will be no Hela overtaking Asgard. Because why? Ragnarok destroyed Asgard. Hela got destroyed by Ragnarok when he unleashed him at the end. And this is Ragnarok and Thor just destroying Hela right there. You guys, does that make sense? Okay? Now we look on the 6-hour chart. Whoa, we see an amazing candle with tons of volume. This right here is called a bullish engulfing candle, where the green candle is much bigger, right? Just think of it. Okay, I'm gonna explain to you guys the best way to look at some candles. Okay, The best way to look at a candle is just think of it like a big green dildo, right? If you get a big green dildo, it's gonna be a very powerful candle, okay? Right? Just think of it like that. That's it. It's a big green dildo with a lot of volume. How the fuck do you beat a big green dildo when you see this kind of candle coming up, right? You know what I mean? You just can't get past this big dildo. It's a massive candle. It's a really beautiful candle. You're not going to get past it. It's going to vibrate. It's going to create an orgasm. It's not even going to need preparation H or any lube. It's a really good candle, right? So that's the easiest way to look at it, right? I apologize if I had to use a sex analogy, but that's the best way to see it. Look at this candle right here. It's a massive green candle. It's a bullish engulfing candle here. This one could have been seen kind of like a slightly inverted hammer slash doji, but it's looking pretty good despite the volume dying off a little bit, right? We're finding some decent support right now. We're looking like the 2 hours about the MACD crossover, right? It's about to MACD crossover to the positive side, and we're now going to get a histogram tick, which is pretty good, right? On the 1 hour chart, it just looks like we want to break this higher barrier right here, right? We just want to smash through this right now like Hulk. If this is Hulk smash. On the lower time frame, do we look like we have an ascending triangle? We sure do have an ascending triangle that looks like it just wants to break above right now. Looking pretty darn good. We've broken through a lot of different RSI resistances right now. That was the RSI resistance. As soon as this candle formed right there, it signaled to the market subconsciously, hey, we're gonna buy. And that's why we got a really gigantic green volume right here and another big green dildo, right? Do you guys see this big green one right there? Pretty huge. So that's how we ended up surpassing it. Keep in mind that my live stream, guys, they're very, very different than my technical analysis when they're not live streamed, right? When I don't live stream, I'm very, very professional. But when I do live stream, it's a different story, guys. We're probably going to end up breaking either up or down. Okay, guys? I know it might surprise some of you guys. I know it might be very surprising. But I want you guys to know that the market can move up or the market can move down. Okay, sometimes it goes sideways as well, right? And when it goes sideways, to all the lovely singles out there, I just want you guys to know that Bitcoin probably gets way more action than you sometimes when it goes sideways. Heck, when it goes up and down and sideways, it gets way more action than I'll ever get in my life. That's why I hate Bitcoin. I live vicariously through Bitcoin, okay? It goes up and it goes down all the time, and sometimes sideways. But in this particular case, guys, you gotta be ready. You have to be ready if this actually ends up making one more wave up, right? A break above, 8,300, we could easily see the higher ranges that I was talking about. So this is an ascending triangle, but ascending triangle is not guaranteed that it's going to break down or up, right? It's always more likely for it to break up because that's the general psychology of it, right? But we never ever know. So that's it, guys. I'm done my live stream and now I'm going to take questions. Someone just asked me, this person just asked me right here, is this a head and shoulder I see? Volume matches it too. I think we just went over a really large spiel about head and shoulders, guys. We're not going to go over that again. Okay, the 2 hour chart has reversals right now, right? It might be a reversal, but it might not. It's more of an indecision candle to me. Do you feel that when it hits 7,200? Thank you very much, Zane. I really appreciate the generous donation there. And he asked me, okay, let me just read it out loud to you guys. Do you feel that when it hits around 7,200, it will officially start the monthly bull run? Since on the log chart, a trend line going way back on the bottom wicks makes it look like a barrier? Yes, absolutely. I do feel that if it does hit 7,200, we're going to hit our bull run. In fact, I could also be completely wrong as well. And if I'm completely wrong with my Elliott wave count, which happens once in a blue moon, right? You guys have to admit my accuracy is pretty high, but if we hit the 7,200 barrier, absolutely, guys, we're gonna hit our bull run. Do you guys really think that a trend line is going to be broken that has been established since like February 22? That's a big trend line, guys. It's a massive trend line, right? No doubt about it that it's a really large trend line, and there's a very good chance that this is now the case right here where it's gonna make something like that to 8,500, right? Over the next few days or possibly a week, and then we get our one last touch right down to 72, 7,300 ranges. Doesn't this seem like a very likely case? I mean, yeah, if this hits our 7,200, guys, we would be very silly not to go on a gigantic long position. We have to take these chances, and it's only going to come very soon, guys. It's only going to come in a few weeks, and this is your chance. This is your chance to make a lot of money. Whether you're playing with $1,000 or $10,000, you guys all know about my story with how Ethereum kind of just changed my life. You guys know about my IOTA, EOS experience as well, right? With Ripple, OmiseGo. I bought OmiseGo at 50 cents, guys. Rode it to about $13, $14, changed my life. Ethereum changed my life, bought it at $10, right? Got to quit my job, etc. And I kid you not that Bitcoin, if it reaches $7,200, and if we are right about this prediction and technical analysis, it's going to have a change. It's going to have a chance to change your life as well. So let's hope that I'm right. Maybe this was the very bottom already, and I'm doing some Elliott wave count entirely wrong. Okay, guys? That could be a strong possibility as well. Maybe if I'm entirely wrong, my count is actually this. This is what's actually making me lose sleep. Maybe this was an actual A, B, C, D, E like that already, okay? And maybe, just maybe. Okay, I'll take a look at that in a second, man. I see what you mean there, Zane. So maybe this was actually my 5 waves coming down here already, and we're now officially done the downtrend. That's a very possible way as well. Okay, I'm going to read your question again, Zane. Do you feel when it hits 7,200 it will officially start the bull run? Since back on the log chart, a trend line from way back on the wick bottom makes it look like a barrier. Okay, I'm going to go into my log chart. Okay, I'm going to go to my log chart, and I'm not sure where you mean, Zane. Trend line. Are you referring to this massive one down over here? Hold on, I have no idea where you're referring to, man. Man, I wish you had a chart to link me. A trend line going way back in the bottom wicks. Okay, I gotta read your question again because I don't really understand it. Going back to March 2017. Are you drawing your trend line like that? Perhaps. Maybe you can try to explain it to me a little bit better, Zane. I'm kind of lost with how the question is. Yeah, I really apologize, Zane. Reach out to me on Twitter, my man. I would like to answer this question for you on Twitter, okay? Using the trend line from the 2017 bottoms. Okay. Yeah, I still don't know what you guys are talking about. Okay, well, I'm going to 2017. Where do you guys want me to draw my resistance? Are you talking about this point right here somewhere? I'm not really sure. Sometimes it's really hard, guys. Like, I would understand what you're talking about, but sometimes words cannot be conveyed too well into charts, right? From May 2017. Okay, let's go to May 2017. Okay, so you're talking about from May of 2017, where on a log chart, we are drawing a trend line going upwards like this, right? Okay, let's take a look at what you're referring to. Okay, I see what you're saying. Are you talking about like this? From May 2017, we're taking a very long extension of the log trend line. I don't see how this could get to I don't see how this could get to 7,200 based on this though. Yeah, I don't see how we can actually get to that. Okay, I'm drawing it from the wick to wick end right here. Okay, maybe if I draw it a little bit more sloped, all right? I'll try drawing it a little bit more curved from March. Whereas from March, okay. Something like that. I don't know, guys. I don't believe in drawing it like that. That's almost grasping on straws. Honestly, it's almost like grasping on straws in my opinion. Let's see if we can draw it on a weekly chart instead. Usually trend lines have to be... Ah, crap. I deleted all my indicators by accident. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's draw it on this March one instead, and let's go to a weekly. Okay. There's March right around 2017, right there. Yeah, I don't still agree with this at all. On the 7,200, it's no, there's no way. I mean, you're welcome to reach out to me on Twitter. It's definitely worth your time. So So the way I'm seeing this right now, don't mind, I'm at my folks for the next few weeks, and Luna's going crazy right now. So yeah, man, I've got no idea, like, how, even if I were to rationalize it, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, if we're grasping on straws this much right now to try to draw a trend line, it almost makes no sense for me to even consider it, if that even makes sense, right? I mean, maybe I would consider it above the 55 EMA in the weekly, right around these ranges. So anyways, I'm not gonna bother delving into that too much right now, because once again, when you're grasping on straws this much just to try to draw a trend line, right? It's like, okay, if it's not that visible, why is it even worth my time even considering it when there's so many other methods of analysis? So yeah, I'm not going to bother talking about that because it was kind of just really difficult to even see. If it's that hard to see, it's not even worth using it as a technical analysis, in my opinion. So anyways, I'm going to call it here, guys, right? I'm going to call it here. I really appreciate all the generous donations that you guys have given me. But more importantly, I really appreciate you guys in general for all the love and the support that you've given me. And I really hope that I can reciprocate that love as well by showing you guys how trading is done. And just to show you guys some general tips over the next few months and years. And then eventually my baby whales are all going to leave me. You guys are going to get so good at technical analysis and you're not even going to leave me anymore. Luna, you want to say hi to everybody? Luna, you want to say hi? Ouch! Don't you bite me, girl. Say hi to everybody. Ow! Luna, say hi to everybody. Ow! Say bye to Mandy. Say bye to Mandy and her dog. Ow! Come on, give me a really big hi. That's a good girl. Say bye to everybody and tell them thank you very much for their time and their donations. Bye. Ow! Say bye to the Philocon and Luna show. Ow! That's a really sad one, Luna. Did somebody threaten you? Oh, oh! Okay, we're gonna take off now, guys. Bye, everybody. Bye, Luna. Oh, oh! That's a good one. That's a really good one. One last one. Oh, oh! Yeah, that's a good one. Maybe one more. Oh, oh! Oh, oh!